Okay, today's topic I wanted to discuss about why people are not charitable enough. Like I imagine like let's say if we lived in a perfect world, let's say if everyone were to help each other and then that technically there wouldn't be any problems, like no one would suffer. I mean, it's not a person's responsibility to help others, but we understand that there is good and bad things in the world. We understand what the general, like you just need common sense also. If you know some things are good and you know some things are bad, and if you know helping people is a good thing, like why is helping people a good thing? We'll deep dive into why good things and bad things. Why do we know about good things and bad things in another topic? But we know that being charitable is good. So why aren't people more charitable? Like I was trying to think about different scenarios and different peoples and their habits and why aren't we doing enough in the world? So like I was thinking about different types of people there are. Like like let's talk about the first person. The first person is that doesn't give or doesn't help is the person that is afraid, not technically afraid. They are like they put themselves first, and then they being charitable is like way down the line, and I think it comes from the idea that they are scared of giving away all their things, or they are scared about the future not having enough. Like I think for them, they they want to make sure that they have the best and the family has the best, which is not a bad thing, which is totally 100% uh, legit. So it's what they're programmed to do. So they need, so technically they have to think about themselves, but they're afraid that by being, it doesn't even come to the mind actually about being charitable. But why they are not charitable enough is because they are afraid that they might lose all their things. But if they, let's just assume if like if they even help like once a month or twice a month, the people that are not in their circle, like let's in this whole topic, let's not talk about people that are like we're helping out family members and colleagues and the people and friends that are in an inner circle. But let's think about people that are in our outer circle, and the people that like let's say who are homeless, who have no food, basically the needy. And this is not only about money, it's about your time as well. Like why these people don't on a like once a month on a Saturday just um, and by charitable, it's not only towards people, it's about animals, it's about the environment. Like why is it so hard for people, if they see, like let's say like just a trash bag on the road and there's a dustbin next to it, and like I can understand if the trash bag is dirty, uh, like a piece of paper. Okay, if the piece of paper is dirty, obviously you're not going to touch it. But like it's like if you were to pick up that piece of paper and put it in the dustbin, that's a sort of being charitable. Like charitable doesn't only need to be that you have to be charitable towards people alone, meaning giving away money and your money and time towards people and animals alone, meaning you're being charitable to the earth, to the world. So by you picking up that piece of paper and putting it in the dustbin, for example, you're helping your community, you're helping the world, that you're keeping that place clean. Like uh, So when it comes to these people who are afraid that they are going to lose everything, in in such cases, when they're not, it's actually a little bit ironic sometimes, because these people are afraid that they are going to lose everything, and in such cases it does happen. I've seen it where people like hoard wealth. Well, let's not use the word hoard. It's like it has negative connotations. So it has a negative. Or let's not use big words, because I'm not sure if I use the word correctly. It has like a bad meaning, like hoard. So where they store up the money, they in such cases they forget in the future that it might have negative impacts for them. So I've seen some cases where they hoard their wealth because they are afraid that they might not have any uh, money in the future. But in some cases it they don't have, even though they've saved up some money in the future, they don't have enough money. I think because one thing about being charitable is you come to know a lot of people, you branch out, you meet lots of communities and all that. And when you this type, especially when it comes to these types of people, like one scenario is where they keep their wealth to them. They also don't branch out enough and meet enough people. So when they are older, in fact, they suffer loneliness. I've seen one or two scenarios where they being charitable actually goes hand in hand with being sociable. And when you get to an older stage, especially if you're the type of person that likes to speak to people once in a while, you're going to have a bad time, basically. So as you get older, as you get older, you're going to have less and less communication with people, because apart from like I said, charitable goes hand in hand with being sociable. So if you're used to talking to a lot of people, I'm sure even in your older age, you will get one or two phone calls once in a while, like just to ask how are you doing and whatnot. So that's one type of scenario where people the people who hoard wealth, the negative consequences for them would be maybe that if they are older, and this is not talking billionaires and ultra millionaires and maybe even millionaires, or people who are doing very well financially. These are middle class and lower middle class. So there are more people in the lower middle class and middle class section, and the topic that I'm talking about is basically for these people alone. Let's not count, because there are not. If you pick out how many millionaires and billionaires there are in the world, there's very few. It doesn't really concern them. That's a separate topic for them, because we have to, if we want to deep dive into why they are not charitable enough, that's a separate topic, because they have businesses, and their level of problems are much different than what we have. I'm also considering myself as the middle class and lower middle class. um, and the stuff that I'm talking into is things that keep me awake at night. We don't why the world has all these problems. So this channel is going to be about all of the stuff that keep me awake at night. So that's the first type of person, the person who is afraid that they in the future that they are not going to have enough. Why they are not charitable. Then the second type of person is the person who is emotionally detached. So those are the people that their brains are wired differently, I believe. So it could be the way they were brought up, or maybe it's brain chemistry, or maybe it's something that's unexplainable. Like these people, they they basically they don't even think about being charitable. It's not that it's whether they have money or not. I'm sure that we if we go around the world, we can find a few people that have not helped one single person in their life. Like maybe they've helped, but they've asked for the favor back or something like that, or maybe I should categorize that into a different section or something like that. But these people, again, I've seen these people as well. They just don't care. It's not that they're doing it on purpose. It's like hardwired into their brain. Like if they were to see a sick person on the road, if it was just them and the sick person on the road, I'm sure they will just if they were driving a car, they'll just drive by. It won't even come to their mind to go and to even think about helping that person. Why? Because it's like hardwired in their brain not to help. But it's they're not doing it on purpose. It's just how they are. Like you we have to forgive them. In fact, it's not sorry, not forgive them. That's again that has a bad taste. When I say that, it's we shouldn't when thinking of being about charitable, we shouldn't even think about that person. It's not their fault. It's it's hard to explain this type of person. Like where we if I'm sure if you were to tell this person to be charitable, I'm sure they would help. If we need to tell them that we need help, or they need help, or you need to do this to help the your community, or your the earth, or whatever. But I'm sure they will do it. But it doesn't come to their mind to get up and do certain things. Like, but some of them are like the nicest people, the people who are emotionally detached about being charitable. I've met those people also. They are very nice. They're so nice to talk to. They're so good to hang out with. But when they go back to their lives, basically, there's no such thought about being charitable. They don't do it. And again, it's not their fault. It's just how they are. I don't know what their upbringing is, but it's just how they are programmed. And they are actually nice people. But if you want help, you have to ask them for help. But it doesn't come voluntarily. All right. So those are the emotionally detached people. Then let's talk about the people who have an issue with being charitable. Like there are people who will go out of the way not to be charitable. These are the people that like sometimes when you talk to them, you feel like little icky. These are the people who have like a bad, it's not a bad attitude. They are like sometimes these people can be hard workers and all that, but they don't like to help. They feel like you should earn your place in the world, which is debatable. Like it's just depending on where you were brought up. Let's even take luck into consideration. Some people do well. They're better off because they were in a right place, right time type of a situation. They were born in a better country than the other person, so that's why they are doing better. Or even if they're born in the same country, also maybe they shifted to a different city, and that caused some different type of luck or something like that. We have to take luck into consideration also, why someone is doing better than the other. So these are the type of people, when they feel like you shouldn't be charitable because you have to earn your place in the world. But it's not that hard to help a bit. Again, this is not about the family and the inner circle. This is about being about the outer circle. Like, just imagine if everyone in the world were to just help a bit, like just give a small percentage of their life, like in a month or time or day or whatever it is, to help an unknown neighbor, or to keep the place, your area nice and clean, or if you see a stray animal, like just make a phone call to your local shelter. Like, these small things can be considered into a charitable category. Like, it's people are like sometimes going out of the way not to do work. And I think some of these these people who feel that you have to do the work to get rewarded, these people sometimes go out of the way not to be charitable. Like, it's and when you talk to them sometimes, and when you talk about this type of items to them, they 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 make you not want to be close to them, because it's like they do take care of the family, they do help the inner circle people, but when it comes to the generalization of helping everyone, they are like so against it. And it makes you feel little, uh, uh, makes you feel a little bit negative when you talk to them. All right, then we'll go ahead to the next topic. People that, like, let's say, okay, so now we're going to talk about the next type of people. These are the people that are actually supposed to be the most charitable there is. These are the religious people. Now, when religious people are the reason that the religious people are doing this is because, according to the religion, they're supposed to be charitable. The I think the underlying cause of being charitable for the religious people is a little distorted for me, because you have to be charitable to go into a better place, basically. So I'm just making it very basic. I'm not talking about any religion specifically. It's just like all round religions. So when we know about religion and the community, so they know that according to their religion that they are supposed to help each other and be charitable. Like, let's take Christianity for example. They're supposed to give 10% to the church, and they're supposed to help the needy. Uh, so I think they are doing it because the religion says so, and then they have to, they do it to go. They're doing it like under the assumption that, no, maybe that's not the right word. They're doing it because the religion says so, and they're doing it in the hopes to get to the better place. So I think that's basically all religions. So I think that's while it is nice, and while it is, while it does help a lot of people, I think the underlying cause is a little distorted for me. So I think, while if you can do it like from your heart, like if you sometimes when you do a charitable thing, it makes you feel good. I mean, maybe over a long time it becomes normal, and it just goes away. But it should be like that, basically. It's not, you should do things, you should be charitable because it's a good thing, because it comes under that good factor. We know that doing a charitable, or being helping towards charity, again, anything can be, like I've summarized it before, helping cleaning up the place, helping the earth, helping an animal, those can be under the charitable section. So I'm just going to club all that into one, and including helping people and giving money and food and whatnot, shelter. uh, so I'm clubbing all that into one. So where we should generally do charitable things because it's a good thing, because we have common sense. We don't need religion to say that we have to be charitable. So while it is very nice that these religious people are being charitable, but it would be even better if they did it, because it's a good thing, and I have a feeling it will inspire more people to do good things if these people were just generally being charitable. Because I have a feeling some people might not be might not help because they think it has to do something with religion. Like if someone is an atheist, or not an atheist, just like let's say a normal person, they don't have a religion, and they don't think about religion at all, and atheism and all that. They're just living their day-to-day lives. They might not be charitable because it has something to do with religion. For example, they just live their day-to-day lives. Again, appreciate the religious people for doing it, because they do have a big impact when it comes to being charitable. I have a feeling I'm not reading any facts, but I'm assuming that these are some of the biggest people that help towards the needy, basically. Any religion, I think these people help a lot compared to organization and the general people. Again, this is without reading any facts. This is just based on what I've seen around. Okay, and now for the last topic of charitable, and this can be kind of out there. Uh, Now, don't you feel, or haven't you felt like sometimes the world is being charitable? Like as people like to say, there's religion, or some type of higher being that does something for you. And sometimes, like, we feel like we get something unexpectedly, like we find money on the ground, or we find uh, some problems being solved in an unknowing way. like why is the if there Now again, this is just purely assumption based. Like, if there's this higher being, why why are we having so many problems in our life? Why is this higher being, I mean, um, if it's too much to think about. Let's not go too in depth about this. Let's just keep the part about the this pure hypothetical assumption based being. Not why is this higher being, if it's helping, it's it's helping others more than some. And if it's helping others more than some, why is it helping others more than some? Like, if is there something that you need to do to get this being's attention? Is Like, let's say Christianity, for example, you need to pray and ask for things, and then depending on how this being feels, it'll help you. It'll give you what you ask for on this earth. And which is so odd to think about it. I mean, you're asking for material gains, and these and from what I've seen, for an example, is these people who ask for these material items are the mostly the middle class and the lower middle class. I don't believe that ultra million multi-millionaires and billionaires ask for things because they already have it. I think they found their way of getting the material items. um, and let's not even talk about material items. What about life? Like, why is this being, if it's saving some lives, it's not saving other lives? Like, why isn't this being is it being charitable, uh, like maybe like few times a day, like this randomly picks? So this is the odd argument of like when I said about people not being, why are they not being charitable, and why, like if we think a little bit further, why people are not being charitable. This is something that I've thought about. Like, why is, if there is a higher being, let's not think about religion wise. Let's say, let's just like if there is these fourth dimensional creatures, for example. Maybe I'm going a little off. If they are helping, how come they are helping some people more than others? And is there some type of way to get these beings' attention and ask them for um, these things that you want? Again, when these things that you want, meaning the, like if you want a brand new car, or you want a house or something that's like within reason, or you, if you want a raise in your salary, it's all like within reason items. So, like, why aren't these beings being more charitable? Like, are they us, but in a different different like world, like it's like for example, like if they are in heaven but they can help us, but let's call heaven this other place, this better place, or this higher dimension, and they can see us, and they can help us in different ways, because they work out of logic. The way they help and the way they think is something that we couldn't even think about, and they work out of normal thinking and logic, and they can help us, but it's weird. So if these beings can be more charitable, why aren't they charitable? Like, how are they thinking? What's their level of why do some people get to prosper and some people don't prosper? But I'll end this discussion about charitable. If you are listening to this video, and if you come to the end of this, or my rant basically, is is just think about common sense. Just use your common sense. You understand that there is good and evil. The when you We know that good things are harder to do sometimes, and like, it's, let's not put bad, it's like being normal. Let's separate it into three sections: there's good, normal, and evil. You know that being normal is easy. Why? Because you don't have to do much. Like, if you see a piece of trash on the floor, it's not going to take any time to take that piece of trash and just put it in the bin, or to keep your surroundings, like the surroundings of your house clean. We know that's a good thing, but it's easier just to be normal. uh, and we know it's a good thing just to, if there's someone begging on the road, I'm sure we can easily just put a very small percentage of our earnings, like I'll just use the US currency for my videos. So we know it's just easy just to put $1, maybe even like a few times a month, and it doesn't break the bank. But it's easier just to be normal, not bad, because sometimes bad takes effort actually. But it's easier just to be normal, just to ignore that person, ignore the trash, ignore keeping the outside of surroundings clean. It's easier just to go to work, just do the minimum effort. It's easier just to ignore talking to people. It's easier to just to not hear someone vent about their day. It's just being normal. But yeah, like, there are different ways you can help out in being charitable. Like, it doesn't need to be money. You can just be nice to someone, open the door for someone. If someone's having trouble carrying a heavy bag on the road, and if you're traveling by, help them with that bag. But be but don't be too helpful. Like, think about your surroundings, think about where you are, think because the phrase no good deed goes unpunished is very true in so many scenarios. When you do a good thing, be careful that there might be some uh, uh, like consequences. But that is the uh, like almost rewards, you can say, for doing a good thing. Like, even if you're going to adopt a dog, you're going to take care of that dog, for example, for the rest of his life, and that dog can be annoying, it can be aggressive and all that, but at the end of the day, you are still doing a good thing. The like I'll end it here. I think this rant is going on too long. So again, I will just end this video with just do a good thing, a small thing if you can, and also realize that sometimes that doing a good thing does come with some problems, but still go ahead and do those good things if you can. If you don't want to, then that's fine as well. Just live your normal life, but realize that there has to be some reason for us to have the common sense to do good and normal and bad things. And I have a feeling we have to do those good things, and there will be uh, an end scenario for those good things. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying this there's a religion or there's an afterlife or something, or you get brownie points for doing good things, but we understand in our minds that that we can do good things in the world. So if you can, like, just when you're just living your normal life, and if you know that there is a small good thing that you can do it. Why? Because just imagine if everyone does that small good things, you know how perfect our world will be. And it's just not you. Just imagine if everyone does that small good thing, and the world will be such a better place to live in. Trust me, it they will have a positive effect. I mean, there might be a slight downside for you, but all around the world will be a better place. If you listen to this video, I'm sorry, audio and my rant, thank you so much. And if you like this audio and my rant, basically,